So really quick on specific person, I just want to touch on a state of certainty. You want to know exactly what you want and you want to be certain. I think a lot of times I have experienced failures in my past on manifesting a specific person, money, business, because I was a little wishy-washy. Maybe I wanted to be with this person, maybe I didn't, maybe I wanted this specific job, maybe I didn't. The things that I am 100% certain on, that I know that I want, I always get. I always get everything I want. I always get every single thing that I want when I'm certain about it. So I would just say, you want to be certain that this is the person that you want to be with. And if you have any doubt or you're not 100% sure, then get some clarity, because that might be what is stopping you or what's holding you back, is that, your conscious mind is like, well, you want it and then you don't. You want it and then you don't. You take 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And you really, if there's something that you really want to have, then you got to be damn sure that that's what you want. You got to be certain about it. Once you are clear on what you want, there is like a shift in intention. Once you are 100% certain and you're like, no, this is what I want, then I find that people are doing the work. They're following up. They're changing how their consciousness is, and they're just persisting. So if you have any issues with manifesting a specific person, be certain that that is the person that you want to be with. If you are certain that that's the person that you want to be with, then I would say go after those inner conversations. Have a conversation with them in your mind and hear them tell you all the good things that you want to hear, and that how they are so in love with you and how they can't live without you, and they are so happy that you have welcomed them back into your life. The inner conversations are potent and they are powerful. I want to share an example of an inner conversation that I had with someone that is not a life partner that really manifested. So I have a neighbor. We all have neighbors. We had a little incident with our neighbor where they made a comment on a community Facebook group about something that happened, and they didn't even know that it happened to my family. They made a very derogatory comment. And so I didn't say anything to them, but my kids knew, my nephew knew that the neighbor made a really nasty comment about a situation that happened in our township, without them fully knowing. Ever since then, my kids are like, well, we don't like those neighbors next door, and they're this and they're that. And there is this negative energy between us and the neighbors. I've never said anything to the neighbor about it, but I can tell you right now that the kids were upset because, my nephew was in a very bad accident, and the neighbor made a comment to the effect that something about how they need to not act like morons and maybe they won't get hurt. Meanwhile, his friend almost lost his life. And so now we don't like the neighbors. That's our assumption about them. And you can tell the energy is off. They look at me, we speak, it's like, yeah, hi, bye. And we have had conversations about them. What you say to other people about someone, they feel it. They know. What you say in your mind to someone else, they know. Neville says that which we whisper to others in secret, I forget how he says it, but basically what you say to others in secret, that is how they show up. So how that relates to your SP, if you're constantly complaining about them, then all you're doing is holding them in a place of their old self. All you have to do is flip the script and have conversations consistently about the way that you want your life to live. You can do it with every single area of your life. You can do it with money. Just talk about how you make so much money and how wonderful it is that you have an abundance of money, and how the money literally just comes to you out of thin air. It's constantly coming to you out of the blue. You're always receiving large checks. Everything's constantly paid in full, and how money literally just chases you and shows up in your life. Do the same thing with your inner conversation. They're constantly chasing you. They're always texting me. I love that they just can't live without me. They said they don't care what the circumstances were. I'm the only one that they want to be with. And you just need to change those conversations to the way that you want them to be. My method for doing this is I write a list in the morning about every area of my life and how I want it to be, and I read it to myself periodically throughout periodically throughout the day, I just keep reminding myself of the new self. And when the scales tip, like if this is the old self and this is the new self, when the new self is more dominant, the old self goes away. It can happen instantly. It can happen in a day. It can happen in a week. But the more you drop the assumption of the old self and adapt the assumption of the new self, then that is your reality. And it is really that freaking easy. Manifestation is totally freaking simple. We're all masters at manifesting because we are literally gods in our reality. And whatever we assume becomes true in our life. So if you see something out here that you don't want, let that shit go, and then catch yourself throughout the day. What are you talking about? What are you saying to yourself throughout the day? And because whatever you tell yourself is what becomes true to you ultimately, because your conversations are a reflection of your assumptions. So if you're having a conversation that this person keeps ghosting you, they're not texting you, then you are in a state of assumption that they don't love you or that they don't want to be with you. All you got to do is drop it, catch yourself, drop it, and then just revise it. Oh no, they're constantly texting me. I revise shit midday. If I'm having a day and I'm not really satisfied the way things are going, I will lay on my bed for 5 minutes and I will just be like, oh my gosh, I love that I woke up this morning and I had so many freaking orders on my phone. I feel so freaking good that the website is absolutely going phenomenal. I literally wake up and have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 orders every single freaking day. I love that I can literally just work from my computer and travel around the world. It's freaking ridiculous how easy it is to make money online. And I just go on a quick little rampage about it. You can rampage in your head, you can rampage out loud, rampage about the way you want that relationship to go, and then let that shit go. You don't need to keep going after it because once you state it, in my mind, you have it. You've already claimed it. So it's like, oh, it's already done, so I don't need to worry about it. So anytime that thought comes up, it's like, oh yeah, it's already freaking done. I already took care of it. It's already done. I can chill. I can relax. And then you're not fighting through it no more. So that's all I got. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I love you guys for watching. I really appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to helping you guys manifest whatever it is that you want in your life.